Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 17 of the Nothing to Play podcast, a mediocre podcast about video games, movies, and 3-month hiatuses. As always, it's your boy, Just in Time Carter, and we're back. There was no real reason why we were gone, just holidays, I guess, but I was like back and got a new guest on the podcast. I wanted him on last year, but he was sick and he has kids and he was busy with his own podcast. He's co-host on the That Pixel Life podcast. I love him. He's handsome. He's clean shaven, and he needs a little more self-confidence in himself. But we love him, Shannon Moore.
Hello, sir. It's really awkward doing this Skype thing because then you get to see my reactions. So when you compliment me, I get all blushy, and then I put my hands up, and then I'm like, oh great, he sees me doing this. It's weird. This is awkward.
Well, that's like, so I was just on episode 80 of the That Pixel Life podcast, which I always like coming on with the boys and talking shop with video games and Netflix and whatever else. And because you guys could see me, but I couldn't see you on camera, so I didn't know if like I was the one fucking it up, and not you guys, because you like commented on one of my like new tattoos, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I can't see them, but they can totally see me right now.
No, we like to do that. We like to make things awkward, and it's fun. We get to observe you in your element. We get to experience Justin in real time, and we like to live in your imagination. I like to give you I like to let your imagination run with what I'm actually doing while you're talking. It's a little fun for me.
Oh, yeah,
so how you? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just like, yeah, your imagination is probably better than the reality of me in an oversized tank top in my closet with my cat.
I mean, or you could sit there and think of me in like a hoodie and some sweatpants that my kid has been wiping boogers all over for the past 3 days, and I'm just too lazy to put in the wash, and that's typically what I'm sitting there. Usually with some Cheetos, so I can crunch on mute. Like, I need something to keep me going.
I mean, that is usually how I think of you.
Yeah, but it's a different type of crusty pants that I'm usually wearing. Hey-o! Damn. Like, I love this show. I'm already man, dude. Yeah. I got one quick question for you. Mm-hmm. Like how do you feel about swearing on this podcast?
I fucking love it. So I was like, by all means, there's awesome. No line. I was like, it's just like me talking at work in a public Wendy's, like anything. Everything goes.
We need to make this as awkward as possible for anybody listening to this on like a Bluetooth speaker who's ordering their McFlurry.
Dude, well, that's like it was funny because like when I started the podcast, I asked my mom if she had listened to it, and she said that she was at work, I think she said, when she was listening to the first episode, and she said that she got like 6 minutes into it before she had to like turn it off because she was at work. And she's like, you were swearing a lot and saying some like disgusting stuff. I was like, that sounds just like me in person. So I'm like, What would you expect?
Yeah, my parents learned at a very early age not to listen to anything that I record. I was in charge one year of recording my family's family reunion vacation. Like basically my whole dad's side went up to Oregon for like a week, and we basically were around like the whole family. And my grandpa gave me the VHS recorder and said my job for the week was to record everybody and like all the stuff that was happening. That was the most embarrassing experience for my parents, and I'm not gonna lie, I might have enjoyed it a little too much because there was a lot of Beavis and Butthead humor, and I was probably like 13 at the time, so that was like right in my wheelhouse. Like I thought it was hilarious, but that family reunion video didn't make it into the archives.
Dude, that reminds me of the last family reunion thing that I can remember. Like when I was a kid, my mom gave me this like Kodak like disposable yellow camera to like take pictures and stuff at the reunion. Mm-hmm. And when she got the photos developed, every picture was like someone like walking their dog on the street, and it was like me running up to them, snapping a picture of their dog and like running away. And like pictures of pigeons and shit in like the parking lot, and she was like, "You
Yes.
took no pictures of the actual family reunion."
That is awesome. Yeah, I mean, but it's her fault. I mean, she did not specifically say this is just for taking pictures of family members, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's poor
I
planning.
thought it was worth the like 4.95 or whatever it was to get it developed, so I didn't
Damn
pay for
straight.
it, so
Dude, when you blow up, I mean, those pictures are gonna be like in like a hall display somewhere, like selling for thousands of dollars. Like
oh yeah, dude, I think
unavoidable.
they're still in the like little envelope thing that they came from Walgreens or whatever, where they got developed, like buried in a stack somewhere at my parents' house still.
Yeah, I recently moved back in with my parents, and I thought there were some really like janky things growing up that I gave my parents, and I thought they would be thrown out in the purge, like the Great Purge, when like all the kids move out of the house. But yeah, no, my mom, as much as she criticizes my dad for being a pack rat, like saved all of that stuff. Like so, those like seashell necklaces that you made when you were in like preschool with like the toxic glue on like the construction paper and stuff like that with like the weird ribbons. Yeah, that's all still like in a storage container in my mom's room. So, hear that, Mom? You have no room to complain about my dad's storage and clutter.
Dude, that's like my mom has like I think a baby box for me like in her closet with like has like my baby teeth in it and like different like things that I like drew and like stuff like that from like my childhood and stuff in there. And one of the things that she has in there too is when I was a kid, I had one of those fucking like the little rat tails. It's took for
Mm-hmm.
like the longest time, and when I finally got it cut off and stuff, she like has it's like rubber banded like together on each end. It's like in there, I'm like, yeah, that's not fucking creepy. Like, I
No,
was like,
but I mean the whole saving your kids' teeth thing. Like, I mean, where do you fall on that? Is that like creepy or is that like endearing, cool?
I guess, like to me, it seems weird, but to me, it seems like one of those things where like once you're a parent, like it might like make more sense. Like once you like actually have that like sentimental attachment to it.
Mm-mm.
Like me, when I got older, I like wanted my teeth back to like make into like a bracelet, and my mom said no. But
Now, would you have just left them like in the shape of teeth, or would you have like edited them to be like you just like bone like
see,
figurines on a
I I
bracelet?
wanted to like make basically like a puka shell bracelet or necklace like with my teeth.
That's awesome.
Like my friend Tanner, who he's been on the podcast a couple times, his dad uh had like I don't know what the fuck was wrong with his mouth, but his teeth were like coming out, and he would literally sit. I'd go over to his house and he'd be sitting on the couch with the pair of pliers pulling
Oh
his own teeth
shit.
out. And the one time when I came over, I asked him, I'm like, dude, do you think if I asked your dad, he'd give me his teeth so I could make a bracelet out of them? And he's like, dude, fuck off. Like, he's like, you're not gonna ask my dad that.
Oh my God. Like yeah, you only get like one set of those, right? Like yeah, you can't I mean maybe he's partial to it. Maybe he's gonna make him into like a full set of like full functioning dentures. Who knows? You know?
He's gonna like put them all under his pillow and get like $1,000 from like the Tooth Fairy.
He's gonna make his own bone necklace.
Dude, I'd be so jelly.
Yeah, how would that he snaked your idea? Oh man, them is his fighting words right there.
Dude, have you seen on Etsy they have like those like weird looking stuffed toy things where it's like they have an open mouth and you're supposed to like sew like your kids like teeth into the dolls?
What?
Like, dude, they are terrifying. I'm gonna pull this up because they're terrifying, and I'm like, man, and it's like, what? Like, I wouldn't give that to my kid, but I'm like, I would give it for just the pure shock value of here's a toy with real life teeth in it.
Yeah, just put it on the front of the box. Do you want to fuck your kid up for life? Like, here you go.
Oh
Oh,
man,
I can't wait to see this. Like, I wish there was a visual component to your to podcasting, so you could have seen the legit reaction on my face
oh
when.
yeah, I was trying to find the one that I've seen before. There we go, the scary looking one.
No, 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 that is the scariest
It
thing.
is. It's like has creepy human eyes and shit. Like why would you give that to your
Oh my
kid?
God.
Like these things are fucking scary.
Oh, that is the worst one.
I know.
Oh
If you
my God.
wanna, there's like a Pinterest and Etsy page and shit for them. It looks like they're called Fugler dolls. Like if you wanna Google image search Fugler doll, uh, yeah, it'll get some nightmare fuel.
Oh my God. That last one that you showed me, that kid has some gross teeth, dude. Like
Some of those look like adult teeth. Like I don't even know if like, those are for kids or not.
oh
Those
yeah, dude. Like
blinded teeth everywhere.
freaking bone collector over there just like putting sewing people's teeth into dolls. That's just disgusting. Ugh. What if they didn't brush it? Like what I mean, what ugh. Like do teeth smell after a while? I mean like if I mean like I would figure they're just bones, right? But like what if you had like halitosis or like
I
gingivitis?
imagine like because I mean teeth can rot, so I would imagine like they would get if you have really bad teeth, like they would probably some sort of smell.
Here you go, kid. Here's a doll with some stinky ass teeth that you fell out of your head. Dude.
Dude, that reminds me of like my roommate Chris at one point, when we were living together, like he hadn't gone to the dentist since like he moved out here from Michigan. So it'd been like I don't know, like 4 years or something since he went to the dentist. And when he finally had insurance, he went and he's like, I was like, oh, how'd your dentist appointment went? And he's like, good, I had a couple cavities. And I was like, oh, I'm like, how many? And he's like, 16.
Whoa.
And his insurance, so he had to get two cavity, like his insurance would only cover like two cavities a year. So it took him like 6 years to like get all his cavities filled. It was insane.
It only covers two cavities, but how many root canals? Because that's what
Oh,
you're gonna
I
have.
know. I'm like, goddamn, like metal mouth over here. I'm like, I was like, dude, were you like brushing your fucking teeth with Pepsi for like 3 years when you came out here or what?
Just sucking on Reese's peanut butter eggs for like ever.
Yeah,
Speaking,
like,
dude, speaking of Reese's peanut butter eggs, it's that time of year. I gotta tell you right now, I am super excited. I don't know about you, but I will eat me a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups by myself, or peanut butter eggs.
dude, I was like, it was that time of year, the day after Valentine's Day. It was that time of year they were like already setting up all the Easter shit.
Dude,
Uh,
like what's your Easter candy? Like is Reese's like yeah, I don't even I that's a loaded question because if it's not Reese's peanut butter eggs, you're wrong. And if you say Peeps, I'm gonna reach through the screen and punch you in the face.
yeah, I don't really like Peeps. I mean, I've had them. They're like okay, but I don't see what all the fuss is about.
Hmm.
Except for like nuking them in the microwave is kind of fun. Like the
Uh-huh.
first time you do it, you're like, whoa! Uh, like I so I'm not a huge chocolate person.
Hmm.
Like I was kind of like when I was younger, but it's like now I'm more like Wonka candy and kind of stuff like that. If I like Airheads, like stuff like that. I used to really like the robin eggs
Hmm.
and stuff for Easter. Like I always liked those. And like for like chocolate rabbits and stuff. I mean, I like dark chocolate, so it's like my mom would get me dark chocolate or even like white chocolate rabbit or something. It's usually pretty good, but
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, there's like just something about this time of year. Like I'll just buy stock. My waistline, it's all bad. Like when those peanut butter eggs come out. I can't even tell you. Like I'm thinking about them now, and my mouth is just salivating. Um, Easter traditions. Do you have any? Like since Easter's
um
coming up.
no, I mean no, not really. I like as a kid and stuff, used to like hunt eggs and stuff like that. And uh not so much in recent years, but I mean a couple years ago and stuff with my fiance's family and stuff, we would do and even my family sometimes we would do like still dye Easter eggs, like actual Easter eggs.
Hmm.
But like like Megan hates doing it with me and my dad because my dad's like really good artist
Hmm.
and I like to think I'm pretty good too. So it's like she's like over here looking at my dad and he's like drawing like an Arizona like desert scene and shit on his egg. And then Megan's like looking at mine and I'm doing some like Adventure Time or like Breaking Bad like shit on mine. And then hers is like in crown like a flower on it. So she's like, you guys fucking suck Like, and it's like every year it's like that, and then like anytime we decorate pumpkins, like, she's like, dude, you guys suck. Like, she's over here just carving like triangle eyes and shit, and she's like, dude, you guys fucking suck. Like, I hate you so much.
Just keep
Like,
it basic. Why can't you
yeah,
keep anything
yeah.
simple?
And I'm like, it's not a competition. And she's like, no, but she's like, it's mine. Just like you take pictures and so you can tell which ones are mine because they look like the like ones that like fell on the ground.
You're like, oh, did you have some preschoolers over to help you carve pumpkins? No.
Yeah, like,
No, I didn't.
like, oh, that's cute. Like, whose kid came over and did the Easter egg? I'm like, oh, Megan did.
That's awesome. So off the cuff.
Do you
Oh,
have any traditions? I'm assuming you probably do Easter eggs and stuff.
oh
But
yeah. But it's so right now we do the kids Easter eggs, but like they're so young, like you can't really like hide them in good spots.
yeah, you're like
Um,
leading them to the eggs half the
Yeah,
time. You're
pretty
like,
much
what's
you
that
just
over
throw them
there?
all on the grass and you're just like, "Hey, like they're hiding." And they're just like, "They're right here, dude. Like let me just pick them up." So like that's the simple things, but then for each adult what I've been doing every year is I'll get like a shot of booze and I'll put them in an egg and then I'll hide those around the yard for the adults. So at least there's like one fun thing for the adults to do. But yeah, it's that I mean that's typically what we do. Like my grandpa was like the expert like Easter egg hunter or like a hider, and he would hide them so good that we wouldn't be able to find them. And then, his memory wasn't that good in his older years, so like, he would hide them and then he would forget where they were. And then like we wouldn't find him until like June or July when like the gardeners came to like trim all of his hedges back. Like they would just come up with like a bunch of plastic Easter eggs and be like, "Here you go."
Like, run the lawnmower. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, that weed whacker just sends like an egg like straight down like a hard egg like straight down the street, like breaks somebody's window.
yeah, like jelly bean catapult, like in every
Oh,
direction.
yeah, that would just be ruthless. Like yeah, like I hope there wasn't like any just like Cadbury eggs in there because I can only imagine what those would smell like after being like in the heat and cold for like 6 months. Oh, so
Dude,
rough.
speaking of like jelly beans and stuff, do you like jelly beans at all? Like,
Yeah, I'll mess with some good jelly beans. Like there's the Jelly Belly factory like right down like maybe like an hour away from us. So you could drive there, and instead of getting the actual Jelly Bellies, you could get what they call Jelly Flops. So you buy them at you can buy them at their factory, and it's basically just all the rejects. So if they don't like the way that Jelly Belly is spelt on the jelly bean, they throw it in the trash pile. If it's like two of them are stuck together, it goes in the trash pile. Like it needs to be like the perfect like jelly bean to go in the actual Jelly Belly packaging. So anything that isn't there, like they throw in these huge bags and they sell them for like $5. So like my grandpa would go there and he would buy like hundreds of bags and he would just like hand them out to everybody. Like Halloween, like kids would get like whole bags of jelly beans and like the parents would be like, "I hate you for doing this."
right.
But like yeah, those were like I'll eat like a whole bag of Jelly Bellies like that if you give me the chance. How about you?
Yeah, like I fucking hate black licorice jelly beans.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
I
yeah,
do
don't even
not,
start.
I do not. My friend Matt will eat them. Like, he'll like go to Fuzzy Wings and get a bag and keep them in like the driver's side door and just munch on them while he's driving and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know how you can do that.
That it's so gross. But for some reason, I'll tell you right now, I will drink me some absinthe like nobody's business. Like if I go out and they have like a good like absinthe drink, I will drink it and I don't have a problem with it. And it's almost like the same taste, except I think the jelly bean's a little bit more concentrated. And like there's no like, I mean, an absinthe like drink will get you nice and relaxed, and a jelly bean just tastes like butthole the whole time. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fair trade-off, I guess. So, what else is new?
Um, Not too much. I know if you listen to that Pixel Life episode 80, I talked about I got some new since the last podcast even, I got some new video game tattoos and stuff.
What?
And I got my of course you saw my Ash and stuff, and I got my Captain Toad on my arm
That's so legit.
right here. And then I think even since I did the another podcast, I don't know if I got the Super Mario Sunshine Shine Sprite on the inside of my
Nice.
arm. My next appointment is this month. It's like March 20, like first or something,
Hmm.
and I'm doing the inside of my arm, and that's
Oh,
gonna that's gonna be miserable.
you should live stream that.
Live stream me like trying to like bite my lip for like an hour and a half.
Hmm. That is the most annoying place to get tattooed. I got a tattoo on the inside of my arm right there, and
uh,
just the lettering like hurt so bad. Like especially when they got up in here, like this like right by the armpit. Like it
uh-huh.
just there was like a nerve right there, and it just went right down my armpit, like into my like chest area. Oh, so painful. But other than that, like you're a ballsy dude. Like that is a hard place to get a tattoo. I commend you, sir.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the elbow did not. It's like pretty much healed now, but yeah, dude, it sucked for like couple, I don't know, weeks as it's like
Yeah.
peeling and it was swollen to shit. And it's like, since it's my dominant hand, like just trying to like rest my arm somewhere and stuff, I'm like, or the dogs would like hit it with their face, and I'm like,
Oh man, I love tattoos. I need to go get me some more, but like it's so hard around here to trust like a tattoo like artist. They're like everywhere around here.
Well, yeah, in
And
California, they're like a dime a dozen. There's so
yeah,
many shops. Like,
yeah.
it's hard to.
Yeah, I was going there the other day. Super awkward experience. Like I was walking in to get a quote or to see if like somebody could do like the Okami like wolf.
Uh-huh.
Like I want it on like my hand, like up to like maybe like up to my wrist.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
cool.
and I was thinking about doing that, and I was going to look at this guy's tattoo work in his shop, and I walk in, and there's a girl on her knees with her shirt off, and like she's just standing there getting work done on her back because like the guy needed to like do work, and she
Mhm.
wasn't covered. And I was just like, and you have that like awkward when you step in the door, like, do I just do the hard pivot and like walk out, or do I like,
Pretend like I don't see the naked girl standing right there, or do I
yeah,
acknowledge the fact that
yeah, and it's like
someone's
everybody
around?
like looked at me walking in the door, and then like I saw what was going on, and then like immediately went to like the wall art to just kind of like intently focus on that for a while. So yeah, that was just a really awkward experience. I've never had that happen before, and I was just a little taken aback by it. But yeah,
You,
it's like you got to play that cool.
you like walk in and you're like, "Do you have a bathroom? No, okay," and then just immediately like leave.
Yeah, but that's the thing, dude, right? You're already committed. So like you're walking in and you don't want to seem like you don't want to seem like a wuss, right? So like you got to make that hard commitment to get in there and be like, yeah, I've experienced this before. I know this, right? You got to play yourself up a little bit more, even though on the inside you're like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
Did you just like walk in, just straight up roll your sleeve up and just shoot heroin straight up into your arm? Like, that's a power move right there.
Yeah, just like rip your shirt off and like just start getting like your two nautical ships like battling each other so people know like you're badass. Like no, like I totally started sweating. I think the dude totally like knew, yeah, like it was just an awkward situation for everybody in particular. Needless to say, I did not get a tattoo there. I was a
Yeah,
little bummed.
did you get a quote though?
No, like the dude was like, I don't really want to do the hand. I don't really like doing like hand pieces because like they're really hard and like they don't last long. And he just gave me a whole bunch of excuses, and I was just like, I'll go somewhere else. It didn't seem like you were really interested.
Right.
I was like, are my boobs not big enough? Is that what it is? Like you just
Yeah.
uh. So yeah, like yeah, it was just weird too. Like I mean, to have her like, I mean, like I get like having like tattoo artists need to get like a spot where they can work for a long period of time. But that just seemed weird, like having her like on her knees in the middle of the floor with her shirt off. It was just, yeah.
You're
Uh,
like, but hey, to each their own. I'm not gonna tell him how to run his business.
yeah, pretty much. It's been there for like 20 years, so like I guess I'm not really gonna like yuck your yum. But hey,
I have never heard that. So,
really?
yuck your yum? Is that like a California thing?
No, I think I've heard. I mean, I've heard it a lot of places. Like, I mean, it's just like an East Coast thing too. Like, I've heard it all over there too.
You're like, I've heard it a lot of places like Cracker Barrel and the Golden Corral and the 1940s.
Pretty much. I don't know. Old soul. What can I say? I've never been to a Golden Corral or a Cracker Barrel. Like I don't think there's one around me.
Ever?
No.
Oh, I've never seen one in California, so
Is it an experience that I need to like have?
I don't know. Like the food's okay at best. Like we used to, with my parents, anytime we would drive, like we used to go to Oklahoma to visit my mom's family, like every like 5 years or so, and like on the drive up to like Oklahoma, um, there was like a Cracker Barrel or something that was like on the way that we'd always like stop at on the way there and like on the way back to like use the bathrooms, eat food, whatever. And it's like the food's okay. Like my favorite thing as like a kid was they used to have like they have like a lot of old candy and stuff, and they have like the like old school like jawbreakers that are like white, with the red, blue, and like yellow speckles and shit all over it. So I would always get like a bag of those, and those that would last me like months
Mm-hmm.
of like jawbreakers, and I'd bring like a couple to school and stuff, and just like sit there with them in my mouth during class.
Back when like jawbreakers was actually break your goddamn jaw. Like I mean that is like yeah, that's hardcore right there. Those things like would bust windows. Like the ones nowadays, like the Willy Wonka ones, those are straight shit compared to those.
Well, yeah, I mean the gobstopper ones is like you put them in your mouth, and it's like after like 30 seconds you can just bite it in half. But yeah, these ones were like if you like dropped it from like 6 feet onto a table, it would bounce back up like 4 feet and it'd probably damage the table more than anything. Like,
Did you ever get like the super huge ones that like you had to like you couldn't even like stick in your mouth? You had to like lick them.
no, I was like, if I couldn't fit it in my mouth, I didn't want it. Which
Yeah.
that's been my motto pretty much my entire life.
Got you through college, right?
Yeah, yeah. Paid the tuition of if I can't fit it in my mouth, it's not worth it.
Oh, you're like my kindred spirit. Holy shit. Is that a Coke vanilla or is that an orange?
It's both. It's Coke Orange Vanilla.
Oh, dude, do you like it?
It tastes like a orange creamsicle mixed with Coke, which I love orange creamsicle. Like we went to Walgreens and like I saw it and I was like that could be good. And so I tried it and I don't regret it. Like it's
Hmm. Yeah, like I used to like it when you went to the like the restaurants and they had that like choose your own adventure Coke machine with like 300 flavors. And then one of them used to be just like straight up like Coke Orange. And like I was legit like that was my jam. Like when I went places that if and they had that Coke machine, I would probably consume like a half a liter of cola that was just like orange like flavored Coke. But now that they mixed that vanilla in there and they got rid of the orange completely, I am so angry. Like everywhere I go, I just flip Coca-Cola machines now because they've ruined my life.
dude, that's like a while ago. I was craving like cherry Coke really bad, but like legit cherry Coke. So like I went to the store and bought like the little thing of maraschino cherries and like
Mhm.
a thing of Coke, and then now it's like I have juiceless maraschino cherries in the fridge for like the last 8 months that I'm never gonna use because there's no more juice to make cherry Coke anymore.
Yeah, pretty much like they just got to start selling the juice. Like forget like the cherries. Like nobody cares about those. Like just give me the Roy. Like I want the Roy Roger experience. So
Yeah, I was like, I'm paying a premium price for like 90% of something that I don't even want. I just want the fucking juice out of it.
yeah, and if you eat too many of those cherries, it's gonna give you the squirts anyway. So like you just want to stay away from those.
Dude, speaking of the squirts, um, I I have like the AMC A list and stuff, so it's like I try to go to the movies like at least like once a week and stuff to, make it worth my while.
Hmm.
And at the AMC that I go to, the like now like the icy and like Coke machines and stuff aren't behind the counter anymore. They're like they basically just pay for it and then they like give you a cup, whatever, and then you just go do it yourself.
Hmm.
And because of the new this was like a couple months ago. I don't know if they still have it, but because of the Adams Family animated movie, they had this like black cherry flavor, and it was so good, but it like turned my shit like black. Like like Acer laptop ThinkPad like fucking black. And it scared me the first time and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you look in the bowl and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, what did I eat that would have done that? I was like, was it the icy? So then the next week when I went, I got another one and then it like did it again and I was like, all right. I was like, confirmed it's the icy that's doing it.
God bless you for doubling down on that one. Yes, I mean, like you have to do some scientific research to make sure what is changing your poo different colors. I
Yeah, I
mean,
was
as you've heard from the TPL show when I did the cotton candy, the Captain Crunch cotton candy flavor, that shit turns your stuff like literally turns your shit bright green. Like, like I'm just letting you know right now, if you ever have that, you're gonna have some green poops for a while.
See, and I love cotton candy, so
Hmm.
I'm like, when you brought it up, I was like, this exists. I was like, so I next time I actually go grocery shopping, I might see if they actually have because I don't normally, I haven't really eaten cereal in a while, but I was like, I'd get some milk for some cotton candy Captain Crunch.
Yeah, dude. Like if you can't find it where you're at, let me know and I will buy you a box and I will ship it to you.
Yeah, so that I can have, dude. Could you imagine if I ate that and then mixed it with the Adams Family icy? I wonder like what color, like if the black would override the green, or if it would just look like Billy English's hair sitting in the fucking toilet. Like,
Or like, what if it like makes like a totally new color? Like you got like a Beetlejuice poop that comes out or something like that. It's like
my
white and
like
black.
my like appendix just ruptures on impact. Like,
Yeah, your body like doesn't even know what to do with the amount of sugar you just consumed, so you just go in like shock.
yeah, I have to go to like urgent care, and they're like, "What did he eat?" And they're like, looking at like my like testing my blood and shit. And they're like, "Oh God."
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be awesome. Yes, do this. Mix it. Yes, like get you have to get this is like a total stoner move. You get the cotton candy Captain Crunch and then you pour the icy into it. Don't even use milk and then just eat the whole thing.
Dude, I was like one of my favorite things to like eat when I used to smoke. I would get from Fry's. They had like little like dollar French bread like pepperoni like pizzas. I'd get two of those and then put some lunch meat in the middle and make like a pizza sandwich. And it was like the best thing ever.
What kind of meat? Like was it
Uh,
like
like turkey and like maybe like Swiss or like something like that. Provolone.
I got so it's just like an extra meat pizza sandwich?
Yeah, it's just like an extra saucy like sandwich.
I like it. I like the cut of your jib, my friend. I love it a lot. Let's see. So, hmm,
Did you play that Final Fantasy demo?
dude. So, I live in.
Just the fact that you prefaced that like you like put your phone down and was like, so I was like, I knew I was like ready for a tale.
Yeah, it's just, dude. I. So being a gamer, like you become accustomed to certain things, right? Like a stable internet connection, a fast internet connection, being able to just like talk to people on the internet in general, you know? Um, my parents' house, they live on the top of a hill, and when they were building this area, they weren't really thinking about putting in like, you know, uh, high-speed internet, you know? That wasn't a thing when this house was built. So, my dad kind of took MacGyvered his own like trench and everything from like the backbone like in the street like to our house. So the connection is good, but it's underground and I don't think it's really too protected. So I'm pretty sure that there's like a lot of degradation like from like just it being 20 years and a lot of the like maybe water buildup in like the connections, the connectors. And I know that affects like the cable. So when I went to set up my download for Final Fantasy at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it said it was going to take like 7 hours to download 7 gigs worth of information. So I was just like, I think I'm out. Like I don't think I'm going to be able to play it tonight. So then I just kept it on in the background and, did my daily like stuff. And then I was like, well, maybe like I'll check on it later and see what's going to happen. Like seriously, I don't know what happened to the internet connection in my house. It like went back to the Stone Age because like it had barely moved up like 1%. And I was just like, you son of a bitch. Like, what the fuck? So, um, I got home today and left it on all day, and finally it had like just finished downloading maybe like 2 hours ago. So I got to play through the demo before we got on, and I love it. I don't know about you, but I love it.
See, I haven't got to play it yet, so I haven't even downloaded it yet. So, but I knew that you were super stoked on it, so I was
Mhm.
excited to hear what you thought about it.
Oh, dude, I like the minute like I turned it on, I went from like 6 to midnight in my pants. Like it was awesome. Like I was just like, this is. I mean, like everything like feels the same. Like you get that like I don't know what it is. Like if I just put in this many hours to where it's muscle memory, but like I was able to go because like the demo basically takes you through like the first mission where like you go into the Mako factory and you plant the bomb to blow up the reactor and then you run out. Like that's the demo. So like maybe you get like in 45 minutes to an hour to play in the game. Um, so I liked the controls. I liked how it felt. The layout felt like updated, like and not just like, because obviously PlayStation 1 graphics suck balls. But like it still holds that nostalgia factor while giving you a brand new experience. So like it's comfortable, it, but at the same time it's new and refreshing. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, the one thing that really frustrated me is like so I don't when you play when you played it the first time, you remember how you had to set the timer to leave the to leave the factory after you planted the bomb. Please tell me you played this. Please tell me you played this game. That smile on your face is just like I'm about ready to
I
like
was
blow
like,
your mind.
I was like, no. I was like, you were on the podcast last time. I told you I don't play Final
I
Fantasy.
must have blacked it. I must have omitted it from my memory. I must have like
They
straight up
even
blacked it.
someone in the comments on Facebook was even like, they heard you physically go, when I said that game series that wasn't for me, and I said Final Fantasy because, like, it's not even like I don't hate it. It's just like when like, I had a PS1, but it was at my grandma's house, so
Mhm,
I didn't play it a lot, and I only had a handful of games.
mhm.
And so I never played Final Fantasy. Like a lot of the big PS1 title, like Metal Gear Solid, like I never got into like the Metal Gear Solid series because I didn't grow up with it basically. So I never went back to like play it.
Well, I mean, you're saving yourself a lot of time there with Metal Gear because it's garbage, and I don't, I can say that because Robbie's never gonna hear me say that. But it is and, like it's so good. Like, and they have three different controls like set up. So they have like basically like the story mode. So like Cloud or whoever character you control will basically auto attack the enemies. And then all you have to do is focus on when their limit bar gets full is giving them the command to do their limit breaks, which is like their special attacks. Um, then there's like the normal mode where like you control the attacks and then you control like the limits. And then there's basically like hard mode where I didn't try it, but I think basically you give the commands to like your party and you have to control like your own guy. So it's basically like, it goes from you just wanting the story to going to like you control everybody. Um, so I just did the simple story mode. The one thing that frustrates me is when you're leaving the factory, you have like a time limit, and it's either 20 or 30 minutes. Like it's super easy, like to get out in that time. But what makes it difficult is there's no because it's like a real time RPG. There's no battle sequences. So like if you see an enemy, like you're just basically in combat. And the thing that sucks is when you're trying to get out of this place, you can't just like run past the enemy. Like if the enemy sees you and like commences an attack, you can't just hold down the run button and run away. Like the run button when you go into an attack phase changes to give your like party members commands. So like if you're holding down the button and then like you see somebody who's going to attack you, like all of a sudden it goes from running to what do you want this guy to do? And you're just like, son of a bitch, now I'm going to get hit. Like thanks. Like this dude just like shot me like 16 times because like you wanted me to choose what this guy's going to do over here. So that was the only thing that I found really frustrating about the game, but the graphically it's beautiful. So I would say you need to at least try the demo.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely interested in playing it just because it's like because they did make it more actiony and stuff. I think I would definitely be more into it. And it's like I've watched like the Advent Children movie. I can't tell you how many times. So it's not like I hate Final Fantasy by any means, but yeah, I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, they did do a little teaser at the end, so you do get to see like Sephiroth for like a minute.
Of course they did.
Yeah, but like Aerith looks awesome. They didn't show Tifa. Barrett is like so stereotypical it's not even funny. And then Cloud is like the moody emo guy. So I mean like it pretty much like fits like the movie pretty much just the characters fit the movie like perfect. So I think it'll be good. I pre-ordered my copy after playing the demo.
Yeah, did you do like the super special edition with like the Cloud statue and shit?
Shit, I'm broke, dude. I'm gonna buy just the game itself. Like, I don't need all that crap cluttering my one room up.
I thought you were gonna be like, shit, I'm broke because I got that special.
No, like, well, I mean, like, you do like between March and April, and I think there's maybe like one or two more games coming out in like the slow period where like I'm just gonna be spending money on video games. I calculated it like something like $650 like over from now until the end of the year I'm gonna be spending on like video games. Like, and that's a low estimate, right?
Right.
So it's just that's why I'm broke. It's like I'm pre-ordering like everything right now because like I
stocked up.
Yeah, because I know for a while I'm not going to be able to buy anything, so I might as well just like spend that money, make it rain all over the video games.
Are you gonna get Animal Crossing?
I'm on the fence. I'll tell you that right now. I think Zach said he was gonna try to buy it, and if he does and he likes it, then I might jump. But like you need to sell me on it. Like what is it? Because it just seems like chores the game.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is chores the game, but it's like fun chores the game. Like I don't know. I've always been a fan of it, like over like say like The Sims or like something like that, because the whole premise. Like, I've played, like, the GameCube one, I played the original DS one, and I played the Wii one. I never played the 3DS one, which was, like, the last one that came out. So, it's like, the Wii one was the last one I played. So that tells you how long it's been, like, we're, like, 2 Nintendo consoles later that the next one coming out. But you basically play as, like, a human person that enters a village that's, like, all animals. And they, like Tom Nook, who's kind of like this, like, I always forget, he's not like I guess he is kind of like a raccoon, like, but he has like a little shop and like gives you like a home and everything, and then he's like, here's your house, you owe me this much for your mortgage, and then he's like, you can like work for me doing deliveries, and like you can like sell him shit to like earn money to pay your debt off, and then when you pay your debt off, your shit gets upgraded. So it is kind of just like a chill, kind of like a Stardew Valley slice of life kind of thing. Like you kind of go at your own pace, and like you can catch fish and like build out your like museum. And then in the older games, there's like this like shady like fox dude who'd come to your village sometimes, and he has like special shit that like paintings and stuff you can buy, but sometimes they're forgeries. So like you go to the museum to give it to them, and they're like, "Oh, this is a fake painting," and you're like, "Fuck!" Like I paid so much money for that, and it was a fake.
Can you straight up murk that dude when he comes back to town?
Seriously, like come sneak up behind them with the shovel. You're just like, "Whoa."
Throw it,
But
make him fish food.
it's one of those games where it's like it consumes me for like a solid month, and then I'm like, I don't want to fucking look at it. And then like after like a month or so goes by, and it's like you go back, and then you're kind of into it again for like a couple
Mhm.
weeks. But I think with it being on the Switch compared to like the Wii or like when it was on the GameCube and stuff, I think just how more easily accessible it is. It's like really easy, I think, to just like pop in, like 20 minutes, like run around, do something, and then you can like play something else or do whatever.
Mm. But you can't murder anybody.
No, but in this new one, because originally it was like you go to a town and you do whatever, but in this new one, you're going to like an island. It's like an island adventure, whatever, and
Hmm.
it's like you can actually like terraform the island. Like you can like build shit up on your island, like add land where there wasn't land before, make water, like a little lake or like whatever, and you can you can play with up to 8 people on the same island. So like you and your friends can like run around kind of like Minecraft style, do whatever, like fuck around with each other and like build stuff. So
I like what you're saying, but there's no murder.
I
And I
mean,
don't.
you could
No,
just
it's
play
okay.
Borderlands if you want to fucking shoot something. Like,
No, it's fine. I mean, I like the multiplayer aspect of it. But and I mean the fact that you and I are in this like almost in the same time zone like means that there's more of a chance that like I will be able to play this with somebody to see what it's about. Well, how much is the game? Is it like $40?
it's 60.
God damn.
I mean, it is a Nintendo, first party title, so they're
Yeah.
not gonna skimp you out on that. But
It's
I mean,
Steve
you can
Campbell.
get it from Walmart like the day it comes out for like 50 instead.
Yeah, I don't have a Walmart that's close to me though.
Well, you can just order it online, I guess, or
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to think about that because like Animal Crossing comes out in on the same day Doom does.
yeah. But I also know you don't give a shit about Doom, so
Oh man, I'll get both. Or forget it. I'll just get both. I'll try it. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. And then if I don't like it, I will send it to you and you can auction it off on your Nothing to Play podcast.
all right, sounds like a
Good.
deal.
Good. Good. I like it. What have you been playing anything else?
Um, Funny enough, so like on because I pretty much just like play the Switch pretty much at this point, just because I can like take it to work and because I work at the same place as my fiance stuff. I just ride shotgun, and play Switch on the way to work and like home from work and stuff. And I picked up the like Doom 1, 2, and 3 were on sale
Hmm?
on the Switch, so I got all three of those for like $6 or something, which was like a pretty good deal. And
Mm-hmm.
then what I've actually been playing though is I picked up this game called Under Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it came out, I think, last year on like Steam, and then this year it came out like around Valentine's Day on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And it like the art's really pretty and stuff. It basically kind of looks like Undertale-ish, like it's like pixel art-ish and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
the whole premise is you basically like the game starts and you're playing as like the hero,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like going to stop like the big bad whose name's Lord Stitches. And there's like these little minion dudes who kind of look like Shy Guys, but their masks have like little horns on them and stuff. And there's like three of them, and then one of the minion dudes like cuts this cord to like a chandelier, and it murders the hero and the other two minion dudes. And then you pick up his sword, and then it's like you basically like are like the sword talks to you and stuff. It has like a little face and everything, and basically like you become the new hero essentially. But then like when the sword transfers users, like you lose, like the sword loses all the powers that it had before with the previous person and stuff. But you still work for the villain because you're still like his henchman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the hero collected the 3 power stones from like the 3 bosses and these whatever, and he was gonna go beat the final bad guy. So then it's like you collect the hero's sword and the 3 stones off of him, and then Lord Stitches is all like, "Oh, you murdered the hero. Like, good job. Like now go return the stones to the 3 people in the whatever that like he stole them from." And then he's like telling everyone how he murdered the hero, and now like his reign of darkness is gonna begin, and in like 3 days he's gonna unleash like hell on earth basically and stuff. And so you have to like go return to these areas and then like return the stones to these bad guys, but you have to fight them. And then it's like the entire time you're like underhandedly like going to eventually like flip the script on Lord Stitches and then like kill him or like stop him from like taking over or whatever. But it's a lot like Undertale meets like Super Paper Mario meets like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door,
Hmm.
which I love all those games, and it's like the humor is very much like Paper Mario-ish, but like a little pushes the envelope a little further because it's like not like Nintendo trying to hold back.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's funny because like at one point like you're walking around and like Lord Stitch is the bad guy. There's like one part where it's like you're in this area and in the background you can see Lord Stitches kind of peek out from like around the corner. And you like look and you're like, what the fuck? And then he's like gone real quick. So it's like messing with you and stuff. Like he's like watching you like do your shit.
You like straight up got Tyler Durdened.
Yeah, basically. I was like, what the fuck? But and like the battle system's cool because it's not turn-based, but it's like you have a stamina bar, and so it's like all the different moves you do are just based on stamina, and then it takes time for your stamina to come back. But when you level up, it's like you can invest in like health, attack power, or stamina, and I've just been slamming into stamina because I'm like, I could have hurt for more. I'm like, but with enough stamina, I can just attack more. So I'm like, let's just attack more. So I've just been doing that. But it's been a lot of fun and pretty cool, so I've been enjoying it.
That's awesome. And how much was it?
Uh, I think normally it's like 15.99 or something like that, 16.99, but it was on sale for like I think it was a couple bucks off, like $14 or something, so I picked it up.
That's definitely scratching an itch.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up.
yeah, and like I love it too because like the title, the logo thing looks a lot like the kind of like Beautiful Joe. If you ever,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like the Beautiful Joe logo where it's like the kind of outline of him with like this giant scarf thing, and it's like under here or whatever. I'm like, I fucking miss Beautiful Joe so much, and I'm so pissed that I never got a Beautiful Joe 3, and I wish they would bring it back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just hope that I don't even know if that's on the Switch. That's not on the Switch yet, is it? I mean, like that was on the Wii, wasn't it?
It was on the GameCube.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude. It was on
That's
GameCube and PS2.
oh, dude.
Yeah, I know, dude. That's how long it's been. Like, and it pisses me off because, like, I have Beautiful Joe 1 on the PS2 because it had Dante from Devil May
Hmm.
Cry as a playable character, so I wanted the PS2 version. And then I have Beautiful Joe 2 on GameCube. And I'm like, man, and then like with how good Capcom's been doing and stuff, like, their new games have been great. Like they just released Devil May Cry 3 on the Switch and like updated the controls and shit for it, and like it's been doing really good. I'm like, bring Beautiful Joe 1 and 2 to the Switch. People will buy it and prove that like make a third. Like the market is there. Do a Kickstarter, do something, man. Like I want it.
Just give
I
it time. I mean, they got so many games. Like it'll be one of those things that'll come back out, I bet you.
Yeah, I was like, they already saved Resident Evil, so I'm like, now it's time to save another Capcom franchise.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like that's a great like gem, like a hidden gem, right? Like because like when you talk Capcom, like you're gonna talk like Resident Evil, you're gonna talk Street Fighter, like you're gonna talk like all those big heavy hitters, but like you don't hear a lot of people like pull that out of their hat. That's a hardcore move right there.
Yeah, that's like me and my friend Matt both really like Glover on N64. And like dude, like nobody fucking played Glover on N64, so it was funny like when I brought Glover up to him and he's like, I love Glover, and I'm like, you're like one of the only other people I know who owns Glover on like N64.
Yeah, I feel the same way with Super Dodgeball. I don't know if you ever played that on the NES, but like that was my jam. Like I love that game, and it's very rare that you run into somebody who like likes that game or
Yeah,
knows of that game.
I do know of it. I have played it. I didn't own it, but like I played like on like emulator and stuff. Like I downloaded like all the NES games and stuff, and I did check it out.
Mm. Yeah, they just released it in like a whole like River City Ransom like Double Dragon bundle. Like they released all of the like the sports games and the weird like Japanese like only releases that never made it to America. They just let it out in like a Double Dragon bundle. I think it has like 38 games. Or it's like I want to say no 36 games for like $40 or something like that. Like it's crazy. Or like well no 18 games for $36. That's what it is.
You're like, no, 500 games
Yeah.
for
3 million games for $20. No, it was 18 games for $36. So I mean, like, I'm almost tempted to buy that just to see like what other weird games there are in there. Like, there's a hockey game, there's Super Dodgeball, which I'll play the hell out of. There's a baseball game in there that's probably pretty weird and wonky. Like I'm down for all of that, and and I'm not even like that big of a Double Dragon guy, but I mean I'll play through those games again if I paid for them. So you know,
dude. Well, that's like on Switch and stuff. They released like that what was it? It was like the of Mana like collection and stuff
hmm
of like games, and I was so excited because I do like the like Sword of Mana, and I played like Children of Mana and stuff on like the
hmm
DS, and yeah, I was like so excited. I was like, cool, like because like I know Konami like released like the Contra whatever, and then there was like the Castlevania one, and they were like $20 or whatever. So I was like super stoked, like, yeah, dude, I'll pay like $20 for some like of Mana games, and that shit was like $40, and I was like, nah, like most of them are like Game Boy games, and I was like, dude, I'm like, you're fucking high as hell if you think I'm paying $40 for like one game that I kind of give a shit about, and then two
hmm
games that I couldn't care less about.
Yeah, I mean that's Nintendo for you. They know they got you by the teat there, so like they're just gonna be like, yeah, if you really want it, like pony up the cash. But I'll just wait for the new one to come out because the new one comes out. I want to say relatively soon, like the one for the Switch.
Yeah, the like remaster one.
Yeah. Or yeah, the remastered one. I'll wait. I'll just wait for that one to come out. I'll play that one because I haven't played that one yet, so I'll give it a try. Yeah.
For sure.
Anything else, bud? You playing
Uh,
anything else?
I mean, I had been playing Borderlands 3. I hadn't played in a while though, but I've just been like slowly accumulating the gold keys and stuff. They've been releasing codes and stuff, and I follow like the thing on Twitter and stuff that like alerts me every time like a new code's posted, and I just log in to the shift rewards thing and just cash it in. So I have probably like 40 gold keys like waiting for me, but it's one of those things where it's like I'd rather just sit on those until I'm like a higher level to cash them in than doing it now when I'm only like level like 20 like 6 or something like that.
hmm I just feel it's so much harder to get awesome guns. Like I just feel that like some of the guns that they give you are just garbage. Um, like I haven't found one that like really clicks with me. I think I got a legendary pretty early on that like when you shot somebody with it, they were inflicted with fire, lightning, and like poison damage, like all in one shot. Like they just like got obliterated, and like that gun lasted me for like I love that gun, but it was probably like a level 15 gun. And like now I'm so far away from that like that gun doesn't do damage to anybody anymore. And it was great at the time, but like I haven't found a gun that clicked with me like that one. So I'm kind of bummed about like some of the stats and the guns I'm getting. I just kind of feel like they promised me guns everywhere, like like abundant loot raining from the sky, and I just feel it's lacking a little bit. Like there's
Ye-
good loot, it's just garbage.
Yeah, I kind of like it seems like the like drop rate and stuff for like the legendary weapons has kind of been throttled down, a little bit, and it's like when we've played and stuff, there's times where like me and Megan have been playing together, and
Hmm.
like we'll fight a boss or something, and like or like something in like an epic one or whatever, we'll like you'll see it like go like shine. I'm like, oh dude, awesome or whatever, and she'll like hover over it, and she's like, you can have it, and I'm like, oh dude, cool, and I like look at the stats on it and stuff, and I'm like, man, this isn't really that great. Like even selling it, it's only worth like 1,200. Like it's not even worth like a lot.
Yeah,
Like
it's not worth the inventory slot it's gonna take
yeah,
up.
I was like, dude, I have like blue rarity guns that are like worth more than this. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is garbage. What else was there? I mean, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but there's a part later where like you can have guns just like if you could trade in like 10 iridium crystals and like just have like a rain of guns come down on you. And I was like, yes, this is gonna be it. Like, because I didn't buy anything with my iridium like through like most of the game, so I'm just gonna cash it all in now. And I was just throwing iridium at this thing, and it was just like pouring out all these guns. No legendaries. Like I got maybe like out of every like four like bundles of iridium, I got maybe like one purple. And I was just like, this is Dookie. Like that's where I probably was just like, okay, I need to take a break from you for a minute and like wait to see what happens. And then the Mad Moxie's DLC came out, and then I was like, now I'm tempted to go back and try it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it's interesting that you mentioned that like you and your fiance play and you share the loot. Like, so you did the share loot thing instead of the you each get your own loot.
yeah, like maybe well, cause it's like you each get well, cause like for bosses and stuff, like it's not like they drop or is that even an option? Because like I know like when we've played before, like for like money and stuff, like it doesn't matter who picks up the money because you
Hmm.
both get the same amount of money. You both get iridium or like whatever, like when you pick it up. But for like guns and stuff, it's not like I don't think you get like two copies of like if something like drops like a legendary gun that you like both get the legendary gun. You
Yeah,
only get
so
one copy.
yeah, so like there's two different ways to play. There's like shared loot or you each get your own exclusive loot. Like I was interested to see because like I when I was playing with my girlfriend, um we chose that we each get
Where it's
like
like
our own loot.
like it's pre-designated loot, right? Like
Yeah.
it's only
Yeah.
for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we chose. So I was
Okay.
interested to see if that was
Yeah.
the route that you took.
Yeah, no, we play the other way where it's like anybody can pick up anything basically, which
Gotcha.
a lot of times like it's like I'll just pick up like whatever half the time, like if I have the inventory for it, just like if I see it's like a gun and it's not that good, but it's like, worth 1,500 whatever, I'm like I'll just sell it or like make room for it or just like whatever to cash it. And like Megan pretty much just sticks to like what like she has like she got like some stuff out of like she cashed in some of her gold keys and got some like good stuff, so she's pretty much like content with like her current build like right now and stuff. So anytime she's like, oh, like, you can just have this or like whatever. And most of the time it's like not even like stuff that I want, but I'll just take it just to like sell it to get us more money
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But, and like half the time, I'm like, oh, do you like want this or like whatever? It's more powerful. She's like, no, it's fine. Like, I don't care. And I'm like, all right, like, I'll just sell it. I get like the different like character mods and stuff. Like sometimes like I'm like, oh, here's one for you or whatever. Is it something that you want? She's like, no, you can sell it. And I'm like, all right. And then like she'd get ones for me or whatever. And it's like I have like a legendary character mod and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, unless it's legendary, I'm like, I pretty much don't want it. So you can just sell it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like all those SDUs, like to upgrade your backpack and your like ammo capacity, dude. Like once you get to from the blue to like that purple, the jump for like the cost is so much. Like, and in the beginning, I was like 70 grand for like, or like I think it's 70 or like 700 grand for like the purple one. I was like, yeah, like this is gonna take a lot of grinding, and I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like, not right now. not with a 3-year-old. He's gonna like he's gonna hate me if I like go in here and play video games.
Yeah, I think on like the backpack, like the pistol, like I think I got pretty much everything up into like the purple category, and then it's like now it's just so expensive, and I'm like, dude, even if I like sell a bunch of shit, like it's like not gonna get there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's too much time. Too
do a
much time.
bunch of side quests or something to like try and get that amount of money.
Yeah, dude, you gotta go around and like shoot people for hours and just pick up like basically every piece of like trash that you find that you can sell. And like I'm not about that. I just want like I mean I will walk past like white and green guns like all day long. Like if it's not blue or above, I'm not picking it up. So like my cash flow is really low. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if I go back to it. I'm getting a little burnt out on it. I'm a little disappointed that it's not holding my attention as much as I saw, as much as the second one did. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I played the crap out of 2. Like, well, I bought like the season pass for it, and they got like the Tiny Tina's like dungeon
Hmm.
thing was dope, and like
Hmm.
Torque's thing was okay. Like, I didn't really play like his dungeon thing that much, but then yeah, I forget what the first DLC was. I think it was like Hammerlocks something or
Yeah, it
another.
was the pirate ship.
Yeah,
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 that
that
one
was
was
that was
dope.
super dope. That one was the best one, I think. Tiny Tina's was good. I thought it was a little weird that it was like, they revamped like the whole like town, like there was like a whole new town that you had to learn. Like, you were so used to like where everything was before, and then like I got lost a couple times. Like, where do I have to go to buy my stuff? Like, where's the gun guy? Where's Moxie? Where's this? Where's that? I was like, okay. But by the end of that story, I was pretty. The unicorn that shits out like your guns is pretty fucking awesome. So.
Dude, well, hell, half the time in 3, I get lost on the fucking ship and stuff trying to run around. Like,
Oh,
because,
dude.
like, especially for shields and, like, the character mods, it's all, like, tucked away in the medical bay and shit. So you have to, like, run, like, upstairs and, like, find it and, like, whatever. And then I'm, like, trying to get back and I'm like, wait, where the fuck is, like, how do I get back to the thing so I can, like, portal out?
Yeah, it took me like 35 minutes, like the first time I went to into that ship to find anything. Like to find just my way back to like the pod, the shuttle pod, or like the quick travel station. Like I couldn't. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Like that was the worst level design. Like it was too busy. It was just everything. It's hard to figure out where the stairs are. I couldn't figure out like where anything was on the map because everything was overlapping everything. So you thought you were there, and then you were like 2 floors below. Like it's just, yeah, that was bad design. That was a poor choice.
Well, and there's just like a lot of shit you don't need too. Like honestly, this all could have just been one floor. Like I don't know why
Hmm.
you have to go upstairs and downstairs or like whatever. I'm like half the shit. I'm like, why is like the shit to sell iridium so far away and like tucked like downstairs? Like
Yeah. Like, why is he even there?
yeah, like why is he tucked all the way in the back behind some like put him next to fucking Jacobs? Like I don't.
Yeah. All this shit's dumb anyway. Like, I haven't found one weapon that I like from him. Like, or one skin that I felt I needed. You know?
Yeah, I think I bought because I did save up my iridium and I bought one of the skins. It's the one for Flak where it's the black with like the neon green.
Hmm.
And so I like saved up for that because I wanted that skin in particular, and then I changed it to where it's like black and like hot pink or whatever instead of the green. But
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I saw that skin for because I'm playing the gunner with the mech. What's her name? I forget her name. But
I
anyway,
know what you're talking about.
yeah, like hers was like a bright yellow like neon thing, and like everything was black on her except for her eyes and her mouth and her hair, and it was just like so bright, and I was just like, like this, not a good look for her. And then
You're like,
like, yeah,
nah.
and yeah, and then she didn't get any good like for the Halloween event, she didn't get any good masks. She got like the clown mask, and I didn't really like that. Um, I feel like I picked the wrong character to start out with. I wanted to do Flack so bad, but then like I was just like, oh, like he seems like he's got more of like an advanced skill set. I think I'm just gonna go in and like murk people for a little bit, and then I'll see if like I like it. And then like I was just too far in at that point, and I was like, I'll just play again. I'll play through it again. And now I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna play through this again. So I'm kind of bummed.
Well, yeah, that's like in every game. Megan always plays as the Siren, and this is like the first one where she does not like playing as the Siren. Like,
Yeah.
she loves playing the Siren in 2. She played the Siren in pre-sequel and stuff. And then this one, she's like, I don't really like the fact that you're like a brawler for the
Hmm.
Siren. Like, she's just not digging it.
Yeah. No, it was a bold choice, and I liked the route that they went. But yeah, for some reason, like she's not as good as the other two.
Well, yeah, because usually that was like our dynamic, was she was always the Siren. And then like in 2, I was the Gunzerker. So
Hmm.
she'd just like lock someone in the air, and I would just like Gunzerk and just fucking, for like boss, whatever, just start blasting shit like out of the air. Like, she'd like put up a barrier or something, and I'd like just gun for us and stuff. And with this one, it's like we're both like, I don't know, I guess like fight like up close, and she has to be like up close and stuff. And I mean, she still phase locks stuff or whatever, but my little animal just runs around, and I just sit there with like my shotgun, and I'll just run up and like start blasting shit.
That's awesome. Oh man, I'm glad that you have somebody in your life that likes to play video games. My girlfriend, bless her heart, she is coming along very well. It's like video games haven't been her thing, but she's willing to learn and she wants to put in the time. So like we are definitely putting in like the growth there. She wants to get better. So like Borderlands has been our training grounds. So it's fun to watch her get better as we progress because like in the beginning it was like okay, let's go over here, and then it was like she was like spinning around and like looking up at the sky and like like running over the trash pile and doing all the typical like this is the first time like getting used to like two joysticks and a controller,
Yeah.
but now she's actually like shooting people and she's stringing together like using like running and shooting and like using abilities. So now it's starting to become a lot a lot of she's carrying her weight more and she doesn't feel like she sucks as much. Like she doesn't feel like she sucks anymore, which is great.
Cause yeah, I was like, cause like we'll play Borderlands and stuff. Like she does like to do like first person shooters, but she also gets like motion sick.
Hmm.
So it's like we can only play for like so long and then like have to stop. Cause like she tried playing Doom,
Hmm.
and she's like, dude, I love this, but with how fast you move and like whip around and stuff, she's like, I cannot play it or like watch you play it because it just makes me ill
Yeah,
watching it.
yeah, that game gets rough. And like with the new one that's coming out, they're saying that they throw more at you in the first three levels than they did in the entire game, like the last time around. So like if you thought it was fast paced at the end of the last game, like something tells me that we're in for a big shock in this next one. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm pleasantly surprised by Doom, and it's not more of the same old run and gun and smash, which is fine, but it's nothing innovative.
Yeah, I'm sure whatever your opinion is on it, Zach's gonna tell you why you're wrong.
Pretty much. Oh, Zach, I love you. No, not really. But yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else? What else? Have you been playing anything else?
No, I mean that's
Have
all.
you been watching anything?
Um, I've mainly like lately, I've mainly been watching like a lot of like I guess like reality TV stuff. Um, like I watch like Ink Master,
Hmm.
Catfish. Um, I've been like we watched like we blew through like all of like what Hulu had for Cutthroat Kitchen, and now we're on Forged in Fire, which I really like, where they like make the knives and stuff. It's
Hmm.
like a knife making competition and stuff. Tomorrow I'm gonna go see with someone from my work. I'm gonna go see The Invisible Man,
Hmm.
which is
Nice.
that's also the title of Bill Cosby's autobiography. Am I right?
Heyo.
But I've been excited for that, and it looks really cool and stuff. And I know Josh saw it or whatever, and he was talking it up on Twitter and stuff. So that made me even more excited for it that he thought it was good. So
That's awesome. Yeah, so does that mean you'll be home in time to watch The Masked Singer tomorrow?
I mean, I've heard The Masked Singer's good, and I know you talk it up, but I haven't seen a single
Mm,
episode of it.
wow.
But I have been watching after The Masked Singer is
Oh, the Lego
Lego.
builders?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
this shit's dope.
Yeah, dude, those people got some skills.
Yeah, like it's like crazy like what they make in like what like 10 hours or something like that. They have to have like moving pieces and shit, and like the one or whatever like last week I think it was where it's like they had half of like a real
Hmm.
object with the Lego shit on it, and they had like build off of it and stuff like sideways and crap. I was like, dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy. The what was it, the nautical scene? That was pretty dope. And then there, which other one was there? There was the telescope one. That was super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the fire hydrant with like the mermaid and stuff was really
Hmm.
cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I felt bad. Like the horsepower, the guys who lost, like I could see like the pun was there and I could see what they were going for, but it just was not executed well at all and didn't even connect to the thing. I like knew as soon as I wasn't connected and they're like, okay, well we can try and solve this. I'm like, but that's the challenge. Like, that has to be connected and it doesn't fit or coincide with it at all.
Yeah, and it's just not good.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a play on words at best is like
Yeah.
what you're going for.
Yeah, you're like, we done messed up. We have to fix this. How do we do it? I don't know. We have to give the gab. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work out too well for you guys. But yeah, it'll be interesting. What's the challenge this week is I forget what it was, but it was something that I wanted to watch. So,
I think it's like they have to like build upwards, like they're building like really tall shit or whatever. Because on the previews it showed someone like moving their stuff and then like half of it like fell off from like the top and like broke, and you're like, oof. Like
yeah.
I was like, that's rough.
Yeah, I can't imagine building something for 10 hours like that. Like, I mean, I go to work and build elevators for 8 hours, but like just super hyper focused on like just that one small like thing, and then having to make it out of Legos, like it's mind-boggling. Like I got the nano blocks for my to play with my son, and then like I like super glue them all together so like he can't pull them apart because I don't want him eating them. So like I make them so that they can't come apart. Like we build it together, and then like he gets to play with it. Um, and like man, those things are so small, but like and they go together so like it's just a tedious response like building experience. So like yeah, hats off to those guys. I mean like they make magic with those blocks, and I love watching that show. I it scratches that like Ink Master vibe because like I gave up on the Ink Master after like the Rivals like started the rival seasons.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, and then so like it's kind of like that. It brings me back into that reality world that I like that show. It's not all about the drama; it's more about the building, and I like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, like I know, especially for like the last like I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 seasons, they've like really pushed the drama on Ink Master and stuff. Like people like fight, which I know it's just TV. Like I'm sure all these people are like chill as fuck, but they like specifically tell them like, all right, you need to like start shit with like this person and stuff
Hmm.
to just like film it. But I still enjoy like watching like the actual tattoos.
Yeah, and the thing that I hate too is like, I mean, I know it's a reality show and like there's a competition, but like this is going on somebody's body for life. And
Yeah,
like you're sending like this dude to go with this person who's not good at traditional or at black and white tattoos, and he wants a picture of his grandma, and you just sent this dude to a guy who does like like new school tattooing to do a traditional tattoo, and it's gonna look like crap. you know and I'm like, this is on this guy's body forever. Like I mean, like I can't, like I have a problem with that.
I mean that's what you sign up for as a human canvas, though. Like you sign that waiver. But no, I agree. That's why I couldn't do it. I mean, if even if I was to do it, I'd
Mhm.
straight up like after because they make them like like the really weird like shit. Like there's certain ones where it's like they like go for like okay, well we want these people to have really hard like weird shit to like throw at them. But I would straight up if I was a human canvas like after like they got paired off or whatever with their artist, I'd be like, look, man, you do whatever you want to do and think you can do the best in 6 hours, whatever style, whatever image, whatever, do that. I'm like, just do that. So at least like, even it's like, I don't like birds, but at least I have a cool fucking bird on my body instead of like whatever I wanted that's all janky and like blown out to shit. Like,
Have you seen the one on MTV, the tattoo show that they're doing on MTV now? Uh, they have like it's like two either like friends or like boyfriend girlfriend, like they go in together, and then the dude picks a tattoo, or like the one person picks a tattoo for the other person and vice versa, and then like a tattoo artist puts the tattoo on them, but it's like sometimes it's like something that they wish the person would change about themselves, or like it's all drama. And like, there was this one chick who like used to be like overweight, and then she got fit, and then she went like and got like a fake boobs put in, and then she got Botox, and her boyfriend was like sick and tired of like listening to her talk about her like beauty regimen. So like he basically had this like blow up doll with like needles like stuck in it, like tattooed on her leg, and she was like, "What the hell?" I was just like, "Oh my god, I would never go on that show ever. That's just so much drama."
yeah, I think that's the one with like, I think Snooki or someone's like one of the hosts.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
yeah, they wear like the giant like sunglasses that you can't see out of while they're getting tattooed, and then they make them take it off and they see like what they fucking got. And yeah, it's like the one guy or whatever, like, I guess like had like a baby or something with like two other like women and was having like a baby with like this chick. And so he has like he got like two demon babies and then like a normal whatever like tattooed like right above his dick and stuff. And I'm like, dude, like what the fuck? Like, and it's like one of those things where it's like it doesn't even look great. Like it's like a mediocre tattoo and like mediocre art. And I'm just like, dude, like that's on you. Like
yeah,
forever. And
yeah.
like, but like, yeah, some of them walk away like they get like, yeah, like dog shit or like something on them, and I'm like, dude, it's like on their back or like somewhere where it's like fully visible like at all
Yeah.
times, and I'm like, man, that is rough.
Yeah, and some of them aren't like small. Like the girl that had like the blow up doll put on her leg, like she had like, because she thought the dude was like a mama's boy. She had the guy's mom tattooed on his back, and underneath she wrote like mama's boy on it, and I was just like, oh, dude, that's like, I mean, it's so big. I mean, like, granted, I probably wouldn't mind having a picture of like my mom tattooed on me, but at the same time, it's just like the um the reasoning behind it is like so flawed. Like, it's
Right?
just
Like,
rough.
how do you even justify that to like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
for
yeah,
10 minutes of fame?
yeah. Like, dude, I hate MTV nowadays. Just go back to playing music videos. Oh man, dude? I have to ask you today. Did you hear that James Lipton passed away from the inside the actor studio?
Uh, I think I heard that. I don't like. Inside the Actor Studio sounds familiar,
Hmm.
but his name doesn't really sound familiar to me.
Yeah, he was just like the host. He was like the one who would just like be interviewing people, and it was always like, it always seemed like a really low quality show, but he was actually doing it at like a pretty well renowned like university that he was doing this from, and it was like a multi angle like camera interview like process. But yeah, I was like really bummed to hear that he passed away. But like I thought it would be pretty funny to ask you some questions, because he always at the end of the show he would always ask the person the actor that he was interviewing, he would always ask him 10 questions. I'm not going to ask you all 10 questions because that's just crazy. But there was three that I wanted to ask you. So do you mind if I give you a little James Lipton like interviewing quiz?
I'm here for that.
All right, all right. So, what is your favorite word?
Ooh. Favorite word. I I mean, I would probably say dude. I say
Hmm.
dude all the time. I call even like there's people like women and stuff in my work where I'm like, oh dude, and they're like, yeah, I'm not a dude. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Like, like so I've always said it. So
Yeah.
I'd probably say
Dude is a good one. Like I call the stoplight dude. Like a plate I drop on the floor is dude. My cat is dude. Like everything is dude.
Oh, that's true. All right, dude. Like I'd say tied for first. So dude or shitbird. I do say shitbird all the time. I call my dogs. I'm like fucking shitbird. Like my cat. I'm like, dude, get off the bed, shitbird. And like sometimes the dogs will even look at. I'm like, hey, shitbird, and they'll all like look at me. 'Cause I'm like, that's like their universal one singular name is shitbird.
I'll tell you if I'm at work, dickhead. That's my thing. Like that,
Dickhead.
I call everything dickhead at work. It's just it's how it is. Like I can't swear, so like because usually like I'm in the shaft of a building, so my voice carries. Like I figure like dickhead is a lot better than like fuckface or like shit, like shit or crap or something like that. So dickhead is what
You're
I
like
use.
dickhead, dickhead, dickhead.
Yeah, pretty much. Like on this, just you hear it at the top of the hatch, be like, "Good job, dickhead." But somebody downstairs is like, "I think somebody upstairs just called somebody else a dickhead." Yeah, that's probably me. What's your least favorite word?
Ooh. Um. Hmm. I can't think of one that like I like inherently hate. I know when I was younger, like I did not like being called like son.
Mm.
Like, like that's why like son, like I was like always like Jay or Justin or like, my boy, like whatever, but like just the word like son, I wasn't like a huge fan of.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't mind it like as much like now, but that's like one of the only things because there's not like I know some people it's like moist or
Mhm.
cunt or like sometimes like I don't give a shit like about any of that.
Dude, I'll tell you, I hate hearing somebody say actually to me, like
Mm.
because it's usually followed up with some like shitty ass like you're rebutting something I said, or like I'm in an argument with somebody and they're like, actually, it's like this. I'll be like, actually, you can shut the hell up. Like I'm sick and tired of hearing actually.
I was like, there was a point in time where it wasn't a word, but yeah, it was a string of words where my roommate Chris for the longest time was like, he would say, I do believe.
Mm.
Like something like, he'd be like, Chris, you were supposed to take out the trash last night. And he's like, well, I do believe that. And I was just like, just shut the fuck up. Like, what are you even talking about? I'm like trying to like string some like bullshit like excuse together.
I know, and that's such a shitty use. Like that's an awkward like combination of words too. I do believe like that's not you don't put that there. Like that's not how that goes. Like stop it. You're
But
butchering the English language.
this is the same person though who for the longest time tried to convince me that he felt like 0 divided by 0 should equal 1 because everything else divided by itself equals 1, but 0's the one exception. So that 0 should adhere by that rule and equal 1. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense though. And he would for hours try and argue it. And I'm like, you just sound fucking stupid. Like, I'm like you can't get something from nothing. Like, it makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Oh man, that's awesome. This guy sounds like a champ.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, all right. You ready for the last one?
Oh, dude, I was born ready.
This is an easy one. What's your favorite curse word?
Ooh, my favorite curse word. Ah, man. I was like, I mean, I'd say it's a toss up between fuck and if I'm circling back around to shitbird, I think also applies.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna like I probably it's not fuck straight out, but it's like fucker. I think that one because
Ooh,
it's got like it's like a hard K like right in there with like a little at the end, so like you can get pretty creative with it. Yeah, fucker. That's mine. Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I got for you.
I mean, that was fun. I did enjoy the questions.
Good. Good. That's what I like to do. We went through all my topics because we're in Saponico. Like, I mean, like you hit up like everything I had on my little list of papers here.
I mean, that was pretty much everything I had. It was funny, it was I didn't get the chance to do it, but initially like when we started the podcast, I was gonna lead into the fact and because I told you that what we were gonna talk about was gonna be a surprise,
Hmm.
and I was gonna tell you that for this episode it was gonna be the end of the year episode, whatever, and hope that you had your list ready, and then you're gonna be like, "You fucking didn't tell me like to make any list or
Oh,
anything."
dude, like I would have been like, you start, and then
You start.
I would have had to like find like a list around here somewhere. I would have been like, I don't know, Pokemon again.
But I do think something that would be interesting is so what I was gonna lead into was gonna be like, oh well, like I'm just fucking with you. I was like, it's actually the end of the decade episode, and
Dude.
because like an entire decade's gone by, and I thought it was fine. I wanted to see kind of like what was Shannon like 10 years ago, because for me it's like 2020 now, so the decade started 2010, and it's like I was 19 when the decade started. So it's like I was in college, like working part time, like every like Thursday night, like had a collection of Smirnoff vodka flavored bottles on the nightstand, like very irresponsible, like with anything.
No, you were
So
just a normal teenager.
yeah, so it's like where was Shannon at the beginning of 2010?
Let me see. Where was Shannon at the beginning of 2010? He had just gotten married, and was living in a one-bedroom condo, and just started the apprenticeship program for the elevator trade, and didn't know what the hell he was doing. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun stories about the shit that I broke in very creative ways. Uh, but yeah, I went to bed early and I got up like early. Like I went to bed like oh my God, hold on, let me do.
That was perfect.
Awesome. You can edit that out. So yeah, I
You
was
know I'm not.
Oh dude, that was rough. Oh gosh, living with my parents. What am I doing? So yeah, it was a very interesting time for me. A big transition because I went from working at a tech company but I was basically in sales, and it was a startup, so it was like working at a frat house essentially. Like I had a kegerator in my cubicle, like I could just like fill up on beer like whenever I wanted. My job like during the day was to sell, like I was a channel manager, so I was like basically getting my channel to sell our appliances. And then in the evening, we would have vendors come in from out of town, and I would take them out like all night, and we would go to bars and like strip joints and like anywhere that they wanted to go, so I could get them to be like happy about selling our product. So like there were many a week where like I was basically just running on like 2 hours of sleep. So like, to go to a job that was like very heavy, like manual labor, like and like using your brain was like a totally different thing for me. So yeah, like that's where I was in 2010.
Dude, that's what's up. I was like, yeah, I worked part-time, but I worked part-time at the school I was going to. So it's like I would go to school, like go home, eat something really quick, like usually watch either like a couple episodes of SpongeBob or watch Clerks 2, and then go back to work or go back to the school and then work from like I don't know, like 2 to 6 or something like that, and then go back home and then work on homework and smoke hookah and then go to bed and then start it all over again.
That was like that was like a decade earlier for me, like basically like 99, like 2000 to like 2000, yeah, like around like 2005, 2006. Like I was working at like Sports Authority, like building bicycles, like just like going out on my lunch break to Bevmo and like pouring out like a half a Gatorade and then filling half of the bottle with like vodka and then I go by but going back inside and like stringing tennis rackets for like 4 hours. Like, yeah, that was me like 2005, like 2004 area.
Dude, there were times it was so funny. Like going to school, there's this like one teacher whose classes that me and my friends Matt and Chris we'd like skip his class. So it's like, but it's like we our stuff would be there, but it's like what we'd do is like we'd go and like set up our stuff and do whatever, and then it's like at some point we'd have like a 10-15 minute break or whatever, and for I don't know, just whatever. And we'd go down to Metro Center, the mall, and like we'd go to like Atomic Comics, and
Hmm.
we'd go to like Fat Burger and get food, and sometimes we'd go to like the Japanese store and get candy and shit. And then we'd like come back to the classroom like an hour like and a half later, and like the class is like long gone, and then just pack up our shit and then like go home. Like,
Yes, college is the best. Like, oh, yeah. Like that first semester is rough. Like you don't go to school, you're like there's nobody to like nobody cares about attendance. Like I don't have to be here. Like why am I going to be here? I don't want to be at school.
right, dude. Well, and it was like so funny too, cause like so like Chris, the one who had 16 cavities, he like as a kid and stuff, he wasn't like really like allowed to use like the home computer and stuff at home, so he's like very like he was very like computer illiterate and
Hmm.
stuff. So he got his laptop like because we got our laptops like the second week or something of school, and like the next day after we got our laptops, he was like in line at the IT thing, like waiting for them to open at the school. And I was like, well, like what happened? Like you just got this yesterday. And he's like, yeah, well, he ended up downloading like some like free anti-spyware shit.
Uh-huh.
And it like installed like a Trojan on his computer and stuff, and then like he like downloaded like more free antivirus shit to like fight the antivirus stuff, and it just like nuked his Windows, so he had to like completely reset his computer. It was so bad. I was like, dude, you
Oh.
in less than 24 hours you ruined your laptop. And then he was also like he was talking to me and Matt, and he's like, yeah, man, he's like, it was crazy. I downloaded this like entire torrent of Naruto, and it was like really quick, but then when I tried to open it with Windows Media Player, it wouldn't play it. And
Mm.
I was like, and I was like, yeah, it's because it's a torrent file. And I'm like, you didn't download it? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, this motherfucker tried to play a torrent file with Windows. So that's like still something to this day that like I'll make fun of him for. I'm like, well, did you try playing it with Windows Media Player? And he's like, dude, fuck off.
Oh yeah, like my dad's in the trade with me, and he's been in it for like fucking ever. And so like when I was going through the apprenticeship program, we have a like a union newspaper, and they interview some of the probationaries to find out like what they like about the trade and stuff like that. So like they interviewed me about what I find interesting to about being an elevator mechanic, and I talked about how I'm working on a lot of the newer technologies, and it's fun to talk to my dad about them. And like he kind of shares his information on the older stuff, and I get to like share some of my information that I've learned with the new stuff. And they basically took that and converted it into I love showing my dad like new things because he's like a big dummy dumb is like basically how I came across like the words that they had used like made it seem like I was like I'm so smart, and it's great to show my dad these new things. And like to this day, like 10 years later, my dad still brings that article up. I think he just brought it up like the other day because my son saw it at my grandma's house. And he was just like, yeah, he's like, how's that going? You're still showing me those new things? And I was like, God damn, like let it go. It's been 10 years.
I thought for sure you were gonna hit me with like yeah, it has its ups and downs.
I do have a shirt that says elevator mechanics have longer shafts, and I have been known to break it out every once in a while and just wear that around town.
God damn it. You're like one of those people like in line at like Walmart that's like, yeah, I'm a forklift driver. Like, I like my beer cold, my like red, white, and blue flag, and like it's like that giant list of shit on the back of the shirt.
I'm an elevator guy. If I can't eat it, drink it, fuck it, or fire it, I don't want it.
Yeah, it's like one of those. Like when I was in theater in high school, there was a shirt. It was like a black like shirt for like the techies and stuff that would like move. I used to like move sets and stuff, and it said "Techies do it in the dark" on the back of the shirt.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I love it. Yeah, when I was working at that tech company, we had a thing that would sit in your network and it would monitor the IM chats so that if people were talking on like Skype or AIM or like any of the like the chat things, it would keep those messages and it would look for like keywords. So like if you had like a top secret project that had a code word, like you could see who was talking about it and who they were talking to. It's like super creepy spy stuff. But they had these shirts, and if you bought one of these appliances and tried it out for 30 days, you could send it back, but you could keep the shirt. And on the shirt, it just said I am, and then underneath it said EZ. And like there were so many people that were like calling us to buy or to try an appliance to get the shirt, and then they would just send back the unit like 3 days later. And like finally our company was like, we're spending too much money on shirts. Like we'll just sell the shirt and like people can try it if they want. Like people can try this, like go into a different portal to try it.
You're like, we're losing money on all the shirts here.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the shipping and the shirts basically cost us an arm and a leg.
It's like one of those. It's like a timeshare thing where you go in and you're like, they're like trying to sell to you. Like, no, I'm just here to ski.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was at the zoo the other day, and like the like these people like tried to sell me a timeshare. They were like, "We're not asking you to buy anything. You know, we just ask that you don't buy like over at this place and that you go listen to this seminar and then we'll give you a free ticket to Disneyland." And I was like, "That's too much work and I don't want to do it. And my son is crying and I think he crapped his pants. Can you change his diaper for me, please?" And then the dude was just like, "Oh, well, you don't really seem that interested." And I was like, "You're damn straight I don't seem interested. Like, I'm here to show my son some elephants, and like you're trying to sell me a condo, like a timeshare. It's like this is skeezy." But, you know, it is what it is.
But it's like I just like finally sat down and like did my taxes the
Ooh.
other day. And it's like TurboTax like every fucking like 3 clicks is like trying to like upsell me. I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't want max audit, like watch whatever. I'm like, I don't want you to add $50 per. I'm like, I don't fucking want 24-hour like aim like assist fucking helping me like do my taxes. I don't need. I'm like, I just want to file my shit. I was like, I'm not married. I don't own a house. I don't have like offshore accounts and shit. I'm like, just let me put in my W-2s and shit and just fucking send it. I'm like, I don't care.
You getting any money back?
Yeah, dude, compared to dude, last year fucking sucked. Like I don't know what happened last year cuz like normally it's like, usually like when I've done my taxes and stuff, it's like I've gotten like I don't know, like somewhere like around like, at least $1,000. Like usually it's like $1,000, like a little bit more, like whatever. But then it's like last year all of a sudden it was like $400. I was like, what the fuck? Like TurboTax like wouldn't even like let me like pay for TurboTax with like my refund because it was like so little. I was like, dude, fuck you. Like so like this year though, I actually got back like yeah, it was like $1,400 or something because I like wrote like a bunch because I don't think I did anything last year like convention wise or anything like showing the game, but like or the year before that like for 2018. But for 2019, it's like I went to Indiecade in California, and then I went to like the Retro Game Expo and stuff in Portland and stuff. So like I wrote like all that shit off this year, so I got like a lot more money I think back because of claiming all that shit.
Nice. Are you not gonna like so were you planning on going to GDC this year?
No, but I'm glad I didn't because obviously that didn't work out well for people. Like
Everybody's
it
gonna
was kind of
die.
like the writing was kind of in the sand when like Microsoft pulled out and then Sony pulled out. Like all these people, I think Epic pulled out of it and stuff because they didn't want to send people to it because of like the coronavirus and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then like hours later, after like all these announcements about people pulling out, it was like just like, yeah, no, we're just canceling it. And it was one of those things where I was like, all right, like that sucks, but I'm like, I'm sure people they're gonna like refund their tickets. Tickets to GDC are not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially for like if you do like even just like the Indie Expo stuff, which is like what normally like when I've gone before and stuff, like I've gotten like tickets or maybe like $350, something like that. And that's relatively cheap. Like the like full on GDC, like whatever pass is like $1,200. Like, yeah, for like if you want access to every goddamn thing that they have to offer like that week, it's like $1,200. So
Wow.
it's like people who like paid that, it's like, like, yeah, it's nice that they're gonna get their money back, but then it's like I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, that really fucking sucks though for like people who don't live in the US and like live like on the other side of the world, and it's like if they didn't buy like the insurance for like their plane fare or like their hotel, like they're not going to get the money back for that flight, and they might not get the money back like on their like hotel or Airbnb or whatever, because like it's so close to the actual, since it was supposed to be like in a couple weeks, like they might not get like a full refund or something like that, so that kind of blows for them.
That sucks, dude. Wow.
Because
Coronavirus, man.
yeah, dude, because I've been to GDC and stuff, and it's a lot of fun, and it's like was like when I went and stuff, I had a fucking blast. Like I talked to people at like Sony and like Nintendo and stuff, and like a group of us uh went out to Curry with like Japanese curry with the guys from Nintendo, and like there was maybe like 40 of us, and they like the Nintendo guys paid for all of our shit
Wow.
like, without us even knowing. Like they like picked up the bill like at the end, and so I was like, dude, I was like, Nintendo bought me dinner. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's hella cool. That's
Like so
dope.
that was like a cool experience. Just like getting there's like a bunch of different like parties and stuff, and just like getting to like talk to like different people and stuff, and be like, oh, what have you worked on? And then they tell you, and you're like I talked to this one chick and when I was there, and she worked at, I think it was Ubisoft,
Hmm.
and she worked on. She's like, I'm like, oh, like what have you worked on? And so she's like, oh, she's like, I just got done working on Far Cry Primal, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like, and but the biggest one for me, which was fucking crazy, was because I'm friends with this one guy, Kyle Pulver, and like right now he's doing level design for Super Meat Boy Forever and stuff. He's been working on that with Tommy and stuff. And every time like there's been GDC or Indiecade, whatever, he always does buys like booster boxes of Magic and
Hmm.
does like Magic draft. Like you pitch in like $10, whatever, to be a part of this Magic draft. Then he'll
Hmm.
get like a bunch of developers and stuff together to do like Magic and stuff. And one of the dudes who we were playing Magic with, I was like sitting across the way from him, and I was like, oh, I was like, he's asking me like what I was working on and stuff, which I was actually working on Negative Space. I just started working on Negative Space at the time, like I was really early on, and I was like telling him about it and stuff, and I was like, what have you worked on and stuff, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I made this game called Plants vs Zombies, and I was like, yeah, I've heard of it. He's like, yeah, he's like, I made it and then I sold it to PopCap, and I was like, yeah, I was like, I spent a lot of time in college playing that game in
Hmm.
class, so I'm like, I've definitely heard of it. So I was like, the entire time I was sitting fucking across from the guy that made Plants vs Zombies, which I spent like 2 years of my life fucking playing in college. I was like, yeah, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
You just reach across and punch him in the face, and you're like, "That's for that desert level with those stupid freaking dudes."
Yeah, I'm like, that's for Plants vs Zombies 2 fucking sucking, man. Like, but like, it was just cool. And, like, met people from like, yeah, I work at like 343 and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah,
That's
I'm like,
legit.
I've heard of it.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, awesome. Well, I would like to keep this train going, but I gotta go put my son to bed.
no,
Uh,
that's completely fine. I was like, I know it's almost 9 o'clock here, so it's like 8 o'clock.
mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
But I was super happy that I got you to finally come on.
I know, dude. It's awesome. Like anytime you want me to come back, I would be happy to come back and like bullshit with you about whatever is going through the video game world or anime, movies, all of it. Just let me know when you want me to come back. I'll come back.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it. We didn't even get a touch on anime,
No,
and
dude.
you're like my weeb brother, so.
Yes, like I'm all about I mean like Seven Deadly Sins. Let me see. We could do Attack on Titan. We could do My Hero Academia. We could do Dragon Ball. We could do like all of that stuff. Like
Black Clover.
Ooh, I've not watched that one yet. I gotta give it a try.
Yeah.
I have to look it up. I haven't even like heard of that one.
Yeah, it's also a Shonen Jump one. It's kind of been compared to like the Naruto of like this generation and stuff because it's kind of like two brothers or whatever competing to be wizard kings. And like the one brother can't use magic in like a world where everyone uses magic, but his like thing is he has swords that like cancel out magic.
Oh,
and they're like
cool.
They're demon swords and stuff, and he kind of has like a demon form kind of thing that he like transforms into and stuff later.
I'm looking at that right now. It looks super cool. I'm gonna have to give that a try. Yes, let's do that. Let's have like an anime hour the next time. That would be great.
All right, I'll hold you to it.
Yes, please invite me back.
All right. So I guess before we go, where can my listeners listen to you?
You can listen to me on That Pixel Life. We usually record every Sunday, and then we release every Monday, unless the flu wrecks all of us. But yeah, you can also follow me on Facebook. You know, just look up my name. You can also find me on on the Twitters under the Elevator Man 0317. So yeah, you know, follow me there. Follow us on, listen to us on TPL. Leave us some reviews. Justin, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me on here and listening to me ramble about whatever jumps into my brain.
Well, I appreciate having you on, and I hope to have you on again soon. Now, I need you to go tuck that fucking kid in the bed.
Yes, hopefully he hasn't dropped a super huge dookie in his diaper before bedtime. That's the last thing I need.